a course on life. You know, there's maybe not even a textbook. You just bring in people. Maybe 1 week you bring in 2 or 3 different people from various businesses and talk about uh, like what it's like to work for their company and the various positions within that company and what they pay, right? And what they expect, how they interview, what they're looking for, in an employee, how you rise within that company. What does it require to become a manager at Wendy's or McDonald's or at Walmart, whatever it is, whatever the business is, if it's an architecture, outfit or whatever it might be, what they're looking for, what qualifications do you need, what kind of education do you need beyond high school, at least, and of their employees they have working for them, what has caused the ones who have been very successful, what is it that caused them, seems to have been the reason they are succeeding and they're doing well and they're getting promotions, what qualities do those people have that makes them effective in their jobs. I mean, just some, oh man, really common sense. Same with civics. Yeah, let's go back to the 1700s. What happened? How did this country get formed? Let's look at the Constitution for a week or so, okay? And talk about the people that sacrificed their jobs, their lives back in the day, and why it's written the way it is, and how it's imperfect. Speaking of slavery and other things, women couldn't vote. I mean, let's talk about all of that. One thing I've always thought, I've mentioned this to several people, I think it would be extremely, extremely useful in that context to have a class where, in that same class, I guess, where you take those jobs and out in life, whether it's truck driver, school teacher, YouTube video maker, I don't know, you're managing a McDonald's. Take a lot of realistic job. You're an architect in this firm, you're an attorney, you're a young attorney, you're a young physician, general practitioner, you're a surgeon, all these positions, all of these jobs, and talk about how much money they generally start out at on average, okay, and what they're making 5 years later, 10 years later, okay, in real dollars, what they make, okay. And then take that, and here's the thing you don't get, because when you're not working, I remember my first job, teaching. Oh my gosh, what was it? Right out of college, it was like what I made, like 4,000, 4,800 or something, for the year, But hey, that's like a lot of money, when you're not making anything. So the best thing to do, my point here, is show what standard of living that you can expect. That's more important. The number doesn't mean anything to somebody's in high school, college, even. Okay, if you think you want to be a truck driver, you think it's cool, or you want to be in the military, you want to be a teacher, you want to be an attorney, a physician, whatever. We know what these people make, generally speaking, on average. Show where they live, what kind of car they have, based on their income. Here's the kind of car that you could get. Now, without going in crazy debt or anything like that, living, living fairly frugally, but having some fun too, whatever. Something in the middle of the road. Here's the kind of vacation you generally could take and enjoy. Whether it's you could go to Panama City Beach every summer, or you could go on a cruise 3 times a year, whatever it is. But I mean, and make it realistic. That would not be hard to do. I could do that. I could research this a little bit here in a few minutes, what the average physician makes in Nashville, general practitioner versus a surgeon, whatever it might be, and look at the numbers. And I could tell you, I could figure that out myself almost. So people that put some real thought into it and some more research, some academic research, and then bring that to high school seniors, maybe juniors, I don't know, maybe middle schoolers, maybe 6th graders. I don't know, because you get these ideas, I want to be a fireman, or I want to be a cop, or whatever I want to do in life. You don't think about the lifestyle attached to it until they get out, they get in that job, and they don't like the lifestyle attached to it. My God, I always thought I wanted to be a cop. I love the work, but wow, people are mad at me all the time, and it's really tough. and man, I can barely make my house payment, and it's not a mansion, you know, and so they start looking for other jobs. So they're not as dedicated to what they're doing, whether it's being a cop or a teacher or an architect, whatever it might be. They thought they were going to make the big bucks, maybe being a lawyer or a doctor. You know, the bucks associated with those are not necessarily astronomical. Some of you folks that are an attorney or you're a general practitioner or something, you know, chime in there. You don't get rich right away, do you? And you may never get really rich, especially in today's world, the way things are. But don't you think that'd be cool? I mean, that would have been so useful to me, because numbers mean nothing. And even looking at a neighbor, well, I know a neighbor down the street there, he's a doctor, and man, they got that mansion, and he's always got a new Mercedes or whatever. I don't know, maybe they're all financed, and he owes $800,000 on his cars and other junk alone. I mean, counting his more. You don't know what money somebody has, you know, I mean, to an extent you do, but it's still hard to tell, because, you know, if you got credit, you can buy anything you want to, right? So anyway, I don't know how I got off on all that, but I did, didn't I? It's my show, right? Yeah. John's not even here to rein me in on the shooting the breezes. Of course, in a gun video, I don't really need reining in, you know, unless I'm just shooting too much. He has to slow me down and give me a signal, hey, Dad, we got to go eat some point here, and the video is an hour and a half long.